Hi everyone, this is the LG Premier recently launched from Straight Talk. It's a 1.2 gigahertz processor, quad core processor, a very nice device with a screen resolution of 720 by 820 pixels, so it is a very high quality screen that it has. Overall, this new device, the LG Premier, as you can see, it's relatively thin, and it's very similar to the LG Treasure with some minor exceptions. So they both have the LG buttons located on the back, which include the power, volume up, volume down, right next to the camera and the flash. But one of the most noticeable things about this that you'll see is the way the screen sort of looks like it curves around the phone. So it's not a flat, it doesn't automatically just stop. It it actually looks like it's curving around the phone. And honestly, it feels great when you hold it. It has a very sturdy, very well finished feel to it. The side, if, not sure if you can see that well, but it's a metallic finish, so it gives it a high end look. And then the back, it's got sort of a textured textured back to it. So it's just by holding it, you can tell that this is a high quality device. It's the LG Premier for 129.99 from Straight Talk. Just to give you an idea, this is the LG Premier. Here's the LG 4 next to it. So it's not that much of a difference. It's actually a little closer to the LG 3. So there you have the LG 3 to the far left. This is the LG Premier, and this is the LG 4. I don't have the LG 5 just yet, but notice that they all share this new LG design. Now, LG has come out with a few other phones recently that don't have that design, but once you get used to that, once you start, activating the phone and using the up and down power key or volume keys and the power button, it's really difficult to go back to anything else. That's my personal opinion. Now, the LG Treasure, which is similar to this one, it's got some slight differences. The LG Treasure is less expensive, but the screen is not as good. The camera is not as good on the LG Premier. LG Premier is 129.99. LG Treasure is 99.99, and they both have that similar sort of screen. But again, there's some major, not major, I should say, there's some minor differences. The major, or I should say, the LG Premier, in my opinion, is the one to go for if you're in the game for a new phone. Now it's got 4 gigabytes of free space. It has a proximity sensor, so when you're on the phone, the sensor is located right there. It'll detect if you've put the phone up to your face, so it'll dim the screen to save battery. As far as other sensors go, it has a light sensor. So if you put the screen brightness on auto, it'll change the brightness. I'm going to cover the ambient sensor. Hopefully it'll do this, and it will either go darker or lighter depending on where you are. As we all know, when you go outside in the sun, you really can't see it. This will, when you have it on auto, the screen will brighten up tremendously to compensate, so you can see it better. And when you're in a darker room, then it'll go a little darker, so that way you could still see it comfortably and it's not too bright in your face. The front camera is a 5 megapixel camera, and the rear camera, I'm going to give you an example of how the rear camera looks. It's an 8 megapixel camera. So just taking a nice close up of this, it is a very high quality camera, and it almost looks like, again, as I've shown in the other videos, it looks like I'm magnifying it with a magnifying glass. In fact, I'm just using a normal zoom that you pinch inward. And if I take this picture, let me see how it looks. I have to keep very still. And you see that little thing down there? It allows you to tap so you can review the picture that you just took. And there it is. I mean, that's pretty high quality right there. I just took this picture of this lighter that I've got back there. It is, again, it's a very nice phone in general. High quality screen, high quality camera. Front camera is not bad at all. It's a 5 megapixel camera. It's a 5.3-inch screen diagonally. So again, it's about the size of the LG G3, which came out a couple years ago, but this is still very nice, very good quality device. It weighs about 4.4 ounces, 4.5 ounces, so it's not very heavy. My favorite thing is just the way it feels. When you grab this phone, it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel hollow. It's very nice in that respect. It also has a magnet sensor if you want to use a compass or anything that requires magnet sensor. It does not have NFC, so you won't be able to do any pay uh, items. I'm going to go ahead and remove the back here so you can see it. First of all, here's the speaker. It's got a very nice aperture there for the speaker, the opening. And I'll play something in a few minutes, but I'm going to show you something else here, which I thought was pretty cool. Just like the LG Treasure, it's got these metallic things around it, and that's to enhance the signal. So it's really good. It's got a high-powered battery, a 2300 milliamp battery, if you can see that there. And basically that is responsible for giving this phone 11 days standby and 14 hours of talk time. Also, you have your SD card and your SIM card holder right there together. So one goes above the other one. Overall, it's very well constructed. It's a very nice, clean device. You get what you're paying for, and this is $129 from Straight Talk. Straight Talk always brings you really good prices at Walmart, or you can buy it online. There's a link below if you're interested in this phone. So just to give you a different reference, there's a bill there, and it's not much bigger. And as far as the width, it's just slightly less or slightly bigger than the actual bill there. So just to give you another reference of what you're dealing with, height and width, again, not that much different. LG Premier retailing for $129.99. It's got 5.1.1 Lollipop, 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. I'm going to see if I can run some. It also has a knock code. Wait, I took the battery out, so I'm going to turn this on again. It has a knock code feature, so when the phone is on sleep, you don't have to press the button, although you can. You can just simply tap the screen and it'll just pop up. It'll wake up, essentially. So, a few other things about it. It doesn't come with a lot of preloaded applications, what they call bloatware, which means you can use all of the available storage of 4 gigs to pretty much, put whatever you want. You can also add an SD card as usual. So, like I said, not a lot of bloatware pre-installed. One thing I've noticed is this thing called Wi-Fi utility. It looks like that's designed to help you manage data. So if it senses that there's a free Wi-Fi open, it'll look for that and to enhance your data. So that's something there where you can disable if you wanted to. If you want to save on data, probably not a bad thing to have. All right, let me go ahead and look at YouTube real quickly and see if we can hear or watch a quick video. All right, I'm going to raise the volume.
I think it's sexy.
So you see that it actually, the sound coming out of here is pretty good, and the display is a lot better than the Treasure. So it is a very high quality device overall. So thank you for watching. This is my review of the LG Premier, retailing for $129.99. If you like it, check out the link that I provided, or you can check it out at Walmart and subscribe. I'm going to have more videos coming soon. Thank you very much, everyone.